Dude, I gotta ask you a question. So,
Yeah,
American greed,
yeah.
is it destroying our dreams, our values, our happiness? What do you think about this? And I guess American greed is interesting because we were, and for our viewers out there, welcome back to the Cheech and Manny show. Join us for another free talk. So
Yeah.
please, don't leave. Stay. Cheech and I are gonna have a discussion on American greed, right? So, well, let me throw it to you, Cheech. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Had a nice day hanging with my boy Manor, doing a lot of episodes,
You didn't go in a temple, right?
Nah,
Talk
snow
about
day.
talk about American greed.
Yeah, it's interesting, is American greed, is the rich getting richer and the middle class suffering and poverty really getting to an all-time level? Um, is American greed destroying values? And is it really destroying one's dream?
Hmm.
You know? And like, is it because like say you get a job like at the temple and you start there and then you have a dream already. And then all of a sudden they ask you to take on a different role just to make an extra $1.50. And
I expect you to be happy
you
over
know,
10 cents a break. Dude, I
yeah.
remember, dude, I remember when I used to work for a certain restaurant. I'm not gonna name it, but I remember when I used to work for this restaurant, um, they expected me to be happy over like a 10 cents raise. I'm like,
Yeah.
they were
I
like,
got a te- I got that one time from a jackass of a manager at the temple. I'm talking eons ago, like 20 years ago, when I was working in produce and I was working my ass off. And he sat down, and, of course he ripped me apart. And he goes, "I'll give you a 10-cent raise." So I said, "Okay, where do I sign to put in my 2 weeks notice?" And we were like, really like low staffed. And he's like, "No, no, 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 don't quit." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna quit because that's a fucking insult to me." And then, he ended up giving me 50 cents, but I lost all respect for this guy. So it's like, you know, power of corporations are taking people who do have dreams, but they're losing pursuit of their dream because they're taking on a role of something they hate. And this is something I never did. I never said I'm going to take on this higher job that I really don't like and give up music or give up what I love because it takes on more. Because let's face it, you're going to get more money at a corporation. You're going to
mhm.
have more responsibility, less time to see your family, less time to do what you really want to do. Half the time you come home, you're going to be tired. You're going to be, all over the map.
Mhm.
Everything's going to be on your mind. Your stress levels are going to go up. And what usually happens to these people? They have heart attacks and they die young. You know what I mean? Because of the stress getting to these high power types of people. But my point is like, you got to think about your values and your dreams before you take a job just for the money that you really don't want. This is all opinion here.
Mhm.
And we're
Mhm.
and that's nothing to do against America. When we
Oh,
say
no, no, not at
American
all. No, no.
greed.
We say American greed because we're experiencing the greed that's found in this country.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me tell you with greed and American greed, do you think that you mentioned that kills people? I think like let's say like if you put money first, and we kind of mentioned that in our esoteric episode when we were filming, that Pink Floyd said in Dark Side of the Moon that the English way is hanging on in quiet desperation.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, how sad is that? And that's one of the things with, and it's weird because what do you think about this? Is it a blessing to be poor if you don't chase money? What do you think about that?
If you follow your dreams,
Do you think the homeless person is more happy than the person working for
now now you're getting philosophical. Now
Okay,
now
okay.
we're
Well,
going
ignore
back.
that. Ignore that. Go back.
No, no,
What
I
did you
like
wait?
that.
What
I
did you
like
say
that.
before I said that?
Um,
You said something.
what did I say?
You said something really good. when I mentioned to you, is it better to be poor than like
Okay, if you're poor,
stop astro projecting, man. Get back.
I know, right, right. If you're poor,
And
I'm trying to
if
remember.
I can quote the good Lord, blessed are the poor. I don't know. I'm just like,
Yeah. No, but like if you're poor and you're content and you're doing what you want to do, does money really mean anything to you?
hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean,
That's kind of my case. Like I would rather be that than rich. I mean, it's good to be rich, I guess. Like right, like because but
yeah, but
assuming that
you
you're
would want to be
chasing your
rich.
dreams
You
and
want to be
passion,
rich at what you do. Let's
right?
just say we could dream, like we're dreaming about making a time machine to go back to see the magic flute. And people think we don't take drugs, we're just having fun with this. If I could be rich or content to be a bass player,
Mm.
oh, I would be fine. But I don't have to sacrifice anything. You know what I mean? You would be a successful writer on psychology and like what do you call a lecturer on psychology and philosophy. You got paid good. You'd be content, because that's what we're doing. And if we got famous from it, it's even better. But the point of giving up on your dream to take on a higher job that you don't want to do,
Chasing the money.
going for the money, $1.50.
Dude, what it now let me throw a curveball at you. What if someone's dream is to become a manager?
Oh, well, that's a different story. Okay, if your
Have
dream,
you ever met anybody like Benson from Regular Show? Like they went.
yeah,
No, I'm
I
kidding. He had
mean,
dreams too. He was in a band. He gave up his musical dreams.
Benson did.
Yeah, according to the show.
Oh, that's why he was pissed.
He was
Oh,
in a heavy metal band.
this fits our
And so
whole
he
read.
hates himself. So he sees like Mordecai Rigby, who's us, and this is somebody we know. So they just hate.
Wow, I forgot about that part. Oh my God. Um, so I think you have a goal, you have something you wanted to do, or you went to school for a certain thing and you're not pursuing it because you're working, I don't know, at another place and they're giving you more hours and more money, but what you really want to do is suffering. I think that's sad, you know? I think it's sad. And I think like I'd rather do something and make no money that I love, will still have a day job that I hate, than take that day job and give up what I love and take the money.
And that's
Does
the
that
key
make
thing, giving up. And I'll be honest with you, it can even like be like, let's say if you choose work over your relationship, like marriage
Oh,
or
that's another thing that
that is,
destroyed.
dude, like I get it. In a certain sense, some marriages or partners suck.
Oh,
So
of course.
you use
Yeah.
work to escape, which is okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Which work can be, right, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But a lot of people sacrifice, dude, their life over work.
That's why the
And
divorce rates go up so much because people are working more hours than they are with their family
right. And it's
on
crazy.
high powered type of, not even high powered jobs, any kind of job,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
the American greed is even worse because like certain places that shall not be named, temple dynamics here,
Yeah.
that's what they would love that, like one sacrifices everything for, you know,
Oh yeah.
uh, their job or whatever. But but the sad thing is, I mean, I hope that well I should say the sad thing is that it does happen and that's bad. What's worse is that if you sacrifice your dreams and making money your goal, which
Yeah.
greed comes in because again, like some corporations are corporations because of the money, right?
Yeah.
The bottom line is, are we making money?
Right.
And so, if you join the system and you just do something because you want to make money, that is a mistake. And if you just
I
chase,
think so.
if you just chase like, hey, I just want to be rich. Okay. thing is, like,
Right.
let's say you do become rich. Let's say you become a temple priest and you start making, a good amount. Um,
Yeah.
but are you happy? Like,
Yeah.
I think very
What
few would
about your
say,
dream? What about your dream? To me, like the one thing I want to always
wait, have
push
you
on
met
this
a happy
podcast.
priest?
No. Um, yeah, yeah. But back in the prehistoric days,
Right.
because there were times before it changed hands to a different ownership, let's say, without mentioning names. They were much happier. There was less pressure,
Hmm.
you know. That also, when companies merge with other companies, the whole dynamic changes, and it brings more pressure to the managers, trickles down to the workers. Everyone's miserable under pressure. No one's happy. This is happening all over America.
Yeah.
And you see it at Walmart. You see it, I've heard it's happening at what's that what's that place that everybody goes to downtown Portchester? They sell everything.
Target?
No, no, Target, and there's another
Costco?
Costco, Target, Costco, like all these big places like that, you're starting to see that, from what I'm hearing from
Right.
people, and that's a problem. Things are changing and it's making things worse for the workers, but it all just goes back to the greed, do you want to work for greedy people for less money and have more responsibility
Hmm.
and sacrifice your dreams?
Yeah. No,
Those are the big questions.
I will say for me, there are a few things worth sacrificing for, like love. I think that's,
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. Um, but I will not sacrifice myself for
No.
a role that just views me as like a cog. Dude,
Yeah.
and when we talked about this, where let's say the certain place is making 1 million a week.
Yeah.
Okay. And one is only making like a full-time worker, maybe. I remember when I was full-time, it was like 40,000, I think. I think.
Yeah.
Compared to like 1 million a week. And in total, and by the way, this is just an estimate. They're making
Yeah.
52 million a year.
Yeah.
Um, and so I look at all these people run around or run about getting stressed. For me, I'm like, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I
why
know.
not? The impact is so low. Like, and I don't know if you would agree with this, but what you do does not matter
No.
because
No.
no one
So
cares. And the
why
only one
give
that
up your
cares is that if the humanity is there.
yeah, why give up your dream for something like that?
That is a big lesson. Yeah. I would say, everybody don't give up your dreams.
To make more money
It's not
at
worth it.
at a company, whether it's a bank, any place, anywhere. We're not targeting one place.
No, no, no. Just like American greed is the topic. So it's like
Yeah, in general.
when you become greedy too, because if you do,
Yeah, and because eventually you're going to move up the line and your dreams are going to go down. I've always been a dreamer, and that's why,
same.
I'll never fall for this trap,
Yeah.
the American trap.
I practice my own brand of do of thy will. Not exactly Crowley's vision, but what I do is I know you did, but we talked about this. I can see why.
Yeah,
In a nihilistic temple place.
yeah,
But I practice my own thing where I follow my interests and dreams. Like I didn't pick to, for example, to be. I'm not trying to search much publicly. My other job.
yeah,
Um, I didn't pick that.
yeah.
I love doing it. And for
Right.
me, it doesn't feel. And when I was also a practicing psych, I loved it. I didn't
Yeah.
seek. If the money
Right.
comes, great. And if the money does come, what I do with it is to make me and my family and friends happy. Like I love going
Mhm.
out, spending time with my
Exactly.
family. Not to hoard up greed and not to like
Right. Right.
chase. That's been my secret. Been so happy. I still have, a certain temple role. But I do my schedule, right? And
Right,
obviously, I don't need it because I'm now here, but I don't abandon it. But I do.
right, right.
I don't play by their rules. I feel like my rules.
Yeah,
And for me, I, the next step for me would be for me to create. And I've been having like author visions, like I want to author something.
yeah,
So I'd
yeah.
rather do that than, or even learn more, go back to school, like
Right.
you know.
So that's the thing. Like if someone offered you a job for a lot of money away from what you're doing, would you sacrifice all that stuff just to make the money?
Nah,
See that, and a lot of people
dude.
like, what are
No,
you crazy? It's all
and
that money.
let me tell you, like, let's say hypothetically, I won the lottery, right?
Yeah.
A, I wouldn't tell nobody.
Hmm.
B, I'll still keep living my life. C, now I'm gonna chase more dreams because now I
Exactly.
don't. I'm gonna live my life, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna now, now I will like, let's say, I now travel the world and go to, um, would love to be like go learn more at universities. Now that I have, as an
Yeah.
example, whatever, like not just like lounge and do nothing.
Right, right.
A lot of people make that mistake too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And here's another thing with American greed, which sucks. AI sucks because it's taken away
It's
jobs
gonna, yeah, it's a
from.
scary, the computer dawn. Not now, on top that you're a commodity, now you're irreplaceable.
That's the epitome of American greed. AI goes on
Dude,
the
no
top list.
humanity, but efficiency, like a robot. Dude, they want you to become like a robot.
Yeah. So AI is taking these poor people's jobs who went to school for many years. Some have master's degrees in computers.
Yeah.
Um, and what is it called? What do they call that? That AI is doing that's taking over the computers. There's a certain name for it. Scribers or something like I forget. Program? Are they programmers?
Oh, you're talking about in the computer engineering coders. You
Coders.
don't need to really, we don't need that anymore.
Back in the day, like when I was in high school, everyone was going to college for either teaching or computer science.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, and it was good for years. You can have a great job being good at computers, right? From the 90s, 80s, all the way up
And
to the
those are
2000s.
rare though. Not much people did that. It was only certain types.
But computers was where people were making money,
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes. And especially learning the computer languages that now
Right.
AI is replacing.
Right.
So,
So this sucks for these poor people that went for these jobs. Billions of people went for these
but think
jobs.
about it. But you know why it happened? Because they didn't. Do you think they have a passion for that, or were they chasing the money?
Um, Computers is different. A lot of people enjoy doing that. The people I know, you know what I mean?
I would, yeah, because
But
a lot of people do it because they just think what makes me money, and back in
or,
the day
or-
that was a good field to make
and
money.
a lot of people back then, maybe some people are good at computers. Like I suck at it, and some people were natural, so they just went with it, and then they gave up on their real dream and they did it. That's always there too. But the AI thing really annoys me because it's taken away all these jobs of people that moved up the ladder. And that's the epitome of American greed. AI. When companies are, I think was it Amazon that fired 14,000 people,
Layoffs, yeah, yeah.
to use AI. To me, there's no humanity in that, man. You're just saying,
Oh no.
fuck you, people. We're gonna let this evil thing, probably produced by Satan, take your job and it's not gonna do it perfectly or efficiently like a human. And that's the epitome of American greed.
Let me just push you on that though, because it does do it more perfectly and better than a human being. That's why you're replaceable. And the only
But
feels that you're safe, you really
but
got
there's a
to
human, isn't there a human quality to even computers?
not with AI, especially the way it's happening, because essentially, you're right. There is a human element in that you have to program this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Once you build this, it's the idea is that it will be so efficient. It'll be like like a cashier. Pretty
Hmm.
soon, you will not need any
No,
more cashiers. That
no.
is done. So that wipes out a whole sector. Um, Coders, like you said, like in the computer science world, like um, you will need somebody to set it up, but once it's set up, you really don't, and it'll
Yeah.
be able to construct websites better than a human because
Yeah.
human error is gone. But like you said, it lacks that love and humanity.
And that's what's scaring me
Well,
about the
I
world.
mean, I'll be honest with you, there's gonna be AI slicers too.
Oh yeah, eventually. Think how
You'll just
perfect.
have you'll have one other somebody just like once it's done, put it in a bag and that's it. Boom.
Yeah. I mean, eventually AI, from what they're saying, is gonna take everything over except for what you do, like teaching, or maybe robots will teach kids, maybe robots will slice meat. Um, the only thing AI can't do is fix or physically build houses or be a carpenter. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Unless they make robots that are this perfect.
In the future, I can see that.
Yeah.
But going back to the American greed thing is um how certain corporations view workers. I think it's sad. And I'm telling you, you sacrifice your dreams. I mean, you're gonna be replaced by AI, it sounds like.
All corporations now view workers as cattle. You're all, it could be
Wait,
any
now,
job.
now let me tell you, what do you think is like the solution for this? Like, what do you think? Because I mean, you and I still, but we still have our memberships at the temple.
Yeah.
What do you think is the solution? Like, what do you think?
I think there's no going back now because everyone's been the American greed has brainwashed corporations to do things a certain way from everything from
And corporations are not the problem. It's some of the greedy people, right?
it's the greedy people that own
And,
it.
and if I can quote famous quote from the movie Wall Street,
That says
where
it
he's
all.
and I will say that, and that is the difference because if you lack humanity, like even roles as like teachers or even professors, there's some
Yeah.
professors that just suck. And they're just there
Oh,
because they
believe
got
me, I hear it
tenure.
from my kid.
They're
I hear
not
it from my
there because
kid.
of the love of teaching itself
No.
as a vocation.
Yeah.
That is, so you just complain about the money, you just complain, and complain, but you don't
Hmm.
understand that you're there as like you would assume because you love to impart knowledge, the truth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That was always like also philosophy too back in the day. It shouldn't have turned into this academic
No.
discipline and where people just do it for like tenure. I feel like that's dumb.
Yeah. Oh God, that was the thing. Oh, I got tenure. I can't get
It's like
fired.
corporate rock or sellout rock, where like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you're
No.
not, you know, and if I can make a connection, Kate Bush, Kate Bush, artistic freedom, did not tour for money,
Hmm.
you know, chased her vision and became a pop star based on what she built, which I
Yeah.
think is nuts. That's the way to
Yeah.
do it.
She loved what she did, and she did it her own way. Rush the same thing. Going back into the music thing, but I think you have to follow your dreams. You have to. If you go to college for something, keep trying to get a job in it and just don't fall for the trap of that raise you're going to get at, the corporation you work for. Yo, we'll give you, let's just say you have your own little cubicle now and you'll have your own computer. You're going to get,
That's the
$5 raise.
that's the dream everyone chases. Not everyone, but most people want.
But you want to be an artist or a painter. And you're like, okay, I'll take that cubicle, I'll take that job, but I stopped. When was your last show you did? What painting? I didn't paint in like 3 years. I'm so busy with work now. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard,
Hmm.
you
And
know?
that's a sad reality because they choose money to make money
Yeah,
over
yeah.
art.
And of course, you got to make money. You got to make a living. But I'm saying, have your job, appreciate your job. You don't have to love it, but don't give up on your art. Don't fall for the American greed scam. 'Cause it's a
Hmm.
scam. It sucks you dry from your dream
Hmm.
if you let it. you know? I mean, that's just my opinion. And I love America so much for the freedom and the benefits and the money. That's another thing, benefits. Jobs are great for benefits. You need our
Mhm.
benefits. But, I mean, if you're poor, you have to pay for your own benefits or whatever. If you don't have a job, you're fucked. It's
Hmm.
hard to get unemployment, disability, But my point is have a day job. Do it. If you want to move up and make money, try not to sacrifice your dream for that job. This is my opinion because I've seen a lot of people suffer from this. And then what happens 10 years, 20 years? You're not doing what your dream was. It was just a past thing. So I think the whole point of this podcast is like follow your dreams, but don't let the American greed suck you in.
Yeah, and don't hang on in quiet desperation because of it.
Yeah, because it's the American way.
Yeah. Follow your
Eh,
dream. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like people make the mistake of idolizing money. Like you do that, then you're gonna work for like heartless corporations.
mhm.
You're gonna think, oh man, like let me put my job first. And imagine if you did that for like certain temple jobs. I'm like, that is
And
just
the corporations don't give a fuck about you.
oh,
Like,
you know what's funny? That is a sad reality because you realize that in a way you're just a number.
yeah,
Literally you're just a number.
cattle, you're cattle.
And and we're not saying I'm not preaching anarchy or communism. I don't know if you're preaching that, but
I'm preaching nihilism. Everyone should just be a punk rocker. Fuck having a job.
yeah, you're preaching Schopenhauer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I sound like Schopenhauer.
Uh,
No, Schopenhauer wouldn't even have a dream. You know
right.
what I mean?
No, and again, I'm grateful for the job. The only difference is that I don't make it my dream to be in that job. Like,
Yeah, I think like don't get this podcast wrong. It's like have a job, but don't sacrifice what you love to do.
yeah,
It's basically this episode is sponsored by Aleister Crowley. You know, do your true will, do your conditions will at the same time, but follow the true will, in my opinion.
mm,
You know, this is I feel like Frank Zappa. The
yeah,
Frank Zappa would be talking like this.
yeah. No, no. Again, Aleister Crowley for me is the more I research into him, the more I realize
Yeah.
he's
But the
definitely
will, but I know you're leaning towards the will part a little bit. So
well, if I can
yeah,
like yeah refine it, it's like more. And let me tell you, it's like every once you discover your vocation, first of all, you gotta wake up every day being grateful that you know you what you have, right? You have to cherish
yeah,
what you have. Don't seek more. Just cherish what you have, and then figure out what is something that makes you happy,
yeah,
and chase that. Right. And when you and I'm not talking about like carnal pleasure or like for example like eating chocolate. I'm not talking about that
yeah,
or
yeah,
tasting girls, whatever. Like, no,
yeah,
makes everyone happy, but guys, but no,
yeah,
that's not what I'm talking about. Your passion. There's something that you love to talk about. You love to like for me, I love to read. I love to learn. So I'm
hmm,
thinking, how can I make my life around this? The painter loves the arts. Fix your life around it. Use um, greed to your advantage. Let it pay for your dream.
yeah, yeah,
That's the way to do it.
yeah.
And
It's
even like
true.
finding significant others, wives, and in our case, because we're guys, you want to find a wife that will not kill your dream, but support you. A
Exactly.
wife that tells you, I am with you, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I will help you. I'm with you, right?
right.
That's the ideal way to go.
Yeah.
Because in love, you can also have people that can kill your dream. That's a whole nother, that should be another
That's
topic.
all. Oh yeah, it's a whole
Going
nother
back to the
topic.
greed part, yeah, that's the thing. Like, don't, and if you're gonna, if you chase the money, right? If you make idol your idol money and you just want to make money,
Yeah,
and sadly, that is gonna be cause you to lose happiness
yeah,
because of that, you will kill your passions, your will, your
yeah. That's the
will.
whole point, of
Yeah.
this podcast. And I think like take the job and then take the money you make and make the time to invest in your dream. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Mhm.
So if you want to write a book, take the money that you make, put it aside, take 20 minutes a day, a half hour a day. I know it might be very hard if you have a family or kids, but do it. See, you got that's a sacrifice you have to make,
Hmm.
and you do it. And then you write a little chapter each day until you
Yeah.
have a book, and then you self-publish that book. So when you're at work in your cubicle,
Hmm.
you're saying, "Oh, you want to buy my book? Oh, you have a book? You know what I mean? No, you work here. No,
Even if you tell them I write a book, you wrote a book. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? So it kind of mind fucks the coworkers who gave up on their dreams to be stuck in this job because they're making their $100,000 a year money, you know? Um, and I'm just saying, don't give up your dreams to pursue that greedy job, and then you're stuck with that job, making a shit ton of money, having benefits, but not doing what you really are supposed to do in life.
Hmm.
And that goes back to our time travel episode where we
Hmm.
talk about when you're conceived, you have fate already.
Hmm.
Then your fate, you're born with fate, and then that fate changes through life. And you go down one road, the next road, somebody changes you. And now you're stuck at this job making good money, but are you
Yeah.
truly happy?
Let me give you, and I guess when you're ending,
Yeah, yeah.
and on end on a story myself. I remember when I was in college, I was in Nara Community College.
Hmm.
Recommend, great school. I was gonna transfer, become a social worker.
Right.
Why? Because you can make money when you leave,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't my
Hmm.
dream. I was just thinking the money. Took some psychology courses, loved them.
Yeah.
Had this great professor, Dr. Fry. He has the coolest name. I forgot his first name, but Dr.
Yeah.
Fry. And I
Yeah.
really loved this class. I took a class on pretty much the psychological, there's a kind of cool title, the psychological aspects of human sexuality. That was the class.
Wow.
And I also took adolescent psych. I loved it. Cognitive, like I got straight A's. I took like, but this particular class, I put on this presentation. I got really into like the topics and everything. And for concluding, I analyzed this movie called Don John
Yeah.
using some psychological theory. And afterwards, my professor stops me and says, "What are you doing in terms of like goals?" And I said, "Oh, I want to go to school of social work." And I saw a look
Yeah.
of disappointment on his face. And he tells me, "I'll be honest with you, you do that, you're counting down to retirement. Like,
Yeah.
what's that? No, go. I'm telling you right now, study psychology. Go." Like, and he got me thinking. I was like, wow, really? Like, I never thought, you know, but that stayed with me because again, if I was just chasing the money and killing my dreams, social work.
See,
But
Dr. Fry saw something in you.
right, right. And
He
by
took your
that,
fate. He took your fate and he changed it where it was going in the right direction. Your fate was going in the right direction,
right,
and then somehow social work was not meant for you.
right.
And you really thought it was good
No,
money. It's a great job. It's an
yeah, no,
amazing
you
job.
get
You're
out, you're
saving,
starting,
and you're
but
saving, you're helping people, which is
right.
the most important to
Yeah.
social worker.
No, and
You
he
know, but
said you're not gonna be happy. Like he spoke from a very wise dude and got me thinking. And I'm now since then I've been on this path. I carved out my
I,
own
I,
path.
I
And
never knew that story.
yeah,
It's,
and I
you need more people like that, teachers and people. And I try to mentor people like that. I try every day.
Mm,
Just be careful. Don't give up on your dreams.
yeah.
Don't go for the $1.50 raise. Is it really worth it?
Not or 10 cents and they expect you to
And
be happy.
and then then it's going to say, hey, there's another opportunity here or there or there, and then before you know it, you're 50, and you're just like, I'm not.
You're hanging on in quiet desperation. That's
What
what
am I doing? You know, I've been doing what I'm doing a long time, but I've always had my dream. It's always been there, and I've always pursued it. I didn't care if it was
no, and
success.
plus you're a master at it now because you can teach that.
Thank you,
Not
thank
much,
you.
I'll be honest with you, as far as I know, there's not much musicians where we are, as far as I know. Some, like certain I don't know if you would appreciate his name drop, Jose, but he clearly, I'm not sure if he's playing. Jose, if you're watching this, you made it this far. Comment below if you're still playing. Um,
Yeah, I think he's still playing. And when he left, I told him, please play, you know. Um, but I really think it's important to, if you're a musician, never stop. And musicians usually don't stop. When they do stop, I've always had a lack of respect for musicians, and I mean this 100%, who played their whole life and then at a certain point said, I'm not going to play anymore, put it down for 10 years and then played again, or got married and had kids and said, it's time to put it down. No, you never stop playing. I lost respect. I have no respect for musicians like that. I really don't, that stop playing, because you don't stop. Even if you have kids, or even if you have a job that takes away, you don't stop. Oh, I haven't played in 10 years, I'm going to start going to open mics again. You should have never stopped playing, you
hmm.
know? That's like, um the same thing, like with like psychology. If you just taught psychology and you stop reading and you just focused on your syllabus or whatever for your class, and you didn't learn anything, it was like just your college, you're not gaining anything, just my opinion. I don't know, but
Yeah, chase your dreams.
yeah, it's all about chasing your dreams. Don't fall for the money, because sometimes the money is not, it's going to hold back your dreams.
Hmm.
And again, when we say American greed, it's American greed that the corporations are dangling the carrot over the rabbit, and you're jumping for it, but what suffers? Your family, your dreams, and all that. And then you could say American greed, like good luck, like Rush rent, for instance, Rush tickets. And we did a whole show on it. We know why,
Yeah.
but it's still, do those tickets have to be that much money? Does, and forget Rush, just say Taylor Swift. Do you have to pay that much money when you're working at a grocery store and your little daughter wants to see Taylor Swift and you can't take her?
Hmm.
That's where celebrities need to step in and say, no, I'm going to charge this price for regular people, this price if you want to be in the middle, and then if you're, want the box seats and all the other stuff that goes with it, I'll charge that. That's how it should be,
Hmm.
you know. But that's another thing. The entertainment is all about American greed. Oh my God.
To make music
Really.
for money, that's
And I think, Spotify and what's the other one? The
Apple
other,
Music.
Apple
Apple.
Music. Yeah. The artists make no money from that. How unfair is that's pure American greed right there. You know what I mean? That's the most American greed as it gets. When you stream your music,
Hmm.
um, Spotify, Apple Music, and you only get a nickel from every download, that's the most worst American greed. And laws should be fighting. They should be, the record, like music attorneys should be fighting that and say, no, they should get 75% of that and you get 10% of that. Because how are bands that are unknown going to ever make money or get famous?
Hmm.
You know? Well, the superstars, the people download billions and they make, you know, 75%, or I don't even know if does Bad Bunny make the same amount of money as anybody who's streaming, or does he have certain deals with Spotify and Apple Music? He must.
I think
Can you
deal.
negotiate? Can you negotiate a deal with Apple Money that, oh no, I have to get this much,
No,
or
but
they,
he is earning a lot because he is streamed.
but
But he makes
he's
deals with probably advertisements, maybe, you know?
to get more money, to
Hmm.
get more money. So there's
Hmm.
ways to get more money from that. You just have to know how to do it. But yeah, no, this was an interesting topic and different for us. We're just being open and honest about, number one, follow your dreams. Number two, don't fall for the American greed where you keep moving up and up and up, and then your dreams go down and down and down. And that's not for everybody. I'm sure there's somebody out there who makes a lot of money and still follows their dreams. That's great. But for the people that don't, they need to follow their dreams and not focus so much on making that money and giving up on their dreams. That's the whole point I'm going for, you know.
Follow your dream,
So,
kids.
any last words on that?
Follow your dreams.
Yep, follow your dreams.
All right, Cheech.
That's it,
I think we'll
man.
end here. That's the where we'll the message we'll put out there. All right, man. This is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Follow your dreams. Don't follow the money that will destroy
And
your dreams.
don't
But
let
you got to make
American greed, don't make that your dream
destroy your dream.
or destroy your dream. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. No,
exactly.
don't make that
Yeah.
mistake.
So many. Yeah.
That raise
But
may
on that
not be
note,
worth it. Yeah, but yeah. On that note,
because
Cheech,
that raise is going to lead to another raise, to another raise, to another raise, to another raise. You're going to making a great lot of money. You're going to be rich. But guess what? What you started out as, what your dream is buried underneath all those
yeah,
raises,
yeah,
and it's gone.
yeah.
I guess we're the bottom line is me and Manny are dreamers and we're artists. We're
Mhm.
right brain thinkers. Left brain people might watch us and be like, these two guys don't know what they're talking
These
about. It's all about
schmucks
making money. These schmucks, these poor schmucks.
or
When
saps.
I have a yacht listening to AM Gold, Yacht
All
Rock.
right.
What are you guys doing?
Yo, he's some child pedo, like listening
Yeah.
to
Well, yeah, well, yeah, no, yeah, those are the people that are doing. Forget about that, America. That's American greed. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That
talk
that's
about, yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
That's another can of worms with American greed. When those types of people are so rich and they could get anything they want and get away with it,
Listen, man.
that's
We'll,
that's
we'll, we'll definitely be talking more about this because this is pretty good. And
yeah,
for the message out there, chase your dreams. Do not chase the money and do not let American greed kill your dreams. Right?
yes.
Uh,
Don't let it don't let it be like a black hole.
no, no.
Do
Bend it.
not go through that black hole
Do
because at
not
the
go
end
right.
your dreams are going to be gone.
Do not rage against the dying of the light.
Exactly.
Like, keep the light.
Keep the
Anyway,
light.
Chiefs, on that note, thank you,
All right,
brother. This
man.
was a great day.
Yep.
I will catch you. This is really great. I hope we have more of these free talks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kind of make me think maybe we should transition our show to more like this stuff and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
mean, sometimes I mean that's why I've been wanting to do more free talks because it's more of us improving off of each other, and we're so good at that, you know.
Right.
So,
Right.
all right, man.
All right, man.
I'll see you next time, and it'll be back to music and punk rock.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
all right, man.
We'll pick up our instruments.
Definitely. Have a great night.
All right, brother. Oh,
Bye.
and for our viewers out there, you love this video, like it, subscribe, and comment below your opinions. We'll love to hear what you have to say. Uh,
Check out our new Facebook page.
yeah, I'll link everything below. Yeah, so
Yeah.
all right. All right, man.
All
Catch
right.
you on the next one.
Take care. Bye.